Hey guys, what's up? This is Purge, and I want to talk a little bit about the stun icons and the damage icons and all the new changes that Valve just made to the in-game client. Now, I saw some Reddit thread about it, and per usual, people completely overreacted to how they're feeling about the changes. I haven't actually played a game on this yet, but I think people are being a little bit of babies about this. Like, when your Reddit threads have 3,000 upvotes and it says, did Valve hire someone new that doesn't understand the game or something? I think you are completely knee-jerk reaction. The general thoughts against all this stuff I think is getting a little overblown. Let me talk about the benefits now. Again, the health of our game exists on how many people play the game. So simple changes of UI and things like that are massively going to make a difference. Now, everybody complained about the giant red bars at the bottom of the screen, and I thought it was fine personally, but it was a little bit overwhelming. Totally agree. And then they changed it to these circular ones that had the timer. That was kind of useful, but a little subtle. I actually kind of like these a lot, to be honest. One second. I'm on a. All right, it's busted. I'll have to do a new. I was watching a game and I liked the example that it had, so this would be the same game. Let's spectate it. I think it's actually kind of nice. First of all, you know what's going on in the whole fight. You can see who's disabled, who's not disabled, because usually there's a lot of stuff going on. But I think the word stunned, etc., and the bars should make it way easier, massively easier for new players to know what's going on, or what types of disables are what. It like look at this. Like, number one, you can see that they're rooted. You know what kind of disable that it is. It allows new players to instantly get used to that. Like, to even know what that is, you have to basically play enough games or you have to dive into the mechanics. And that takes fucking forever. That's the issue in Dota. The issue in Dota is that it's way too difficult for new players to learn. And something this simple, stunned, rooted, you now know what heroes do what things without having to read the skill. Like, look at all this text. It's so confusing. How does this work? How does adaptive strike work? I don't know. Sometimes it just nukes me and I die with it against it. Sometimes it stuns me. Now a player knows, hey, I just got stunned. This player knows, hey, I am rooted, which means that I can't move, but I can still cast spells. Like, they can figure that out instantly just by watching this. And something else that I really noticed as well was a Nyx Assassin. It shows all damage values now. I think anything that's relatively large, it'll show the damage values. Let's see what happens with this. Okay, that was the worst heavy set I've ever seen. Oh man, that was pretty funny. This guy's maybe gonna die. Don't go for the bounty, it's not worth it. I should stop watching the game. Back to talking. Where's my Nyx Assassin? Like, you can see exactly what your stun durations are, and then figure out what you want to do in terms of your team fight then. Like, he knows when the stun's gonna end, so that he can throw another stun perfectly. Like, in some ways or whatever, that's kind of unfair, in that you can always perfectly chain stun now, and maybe we'll see some nerfs to stuns in the future, but for new players, dude, that's gonna help so much. Yes, it's gonna change the pro scene a little bit. Does it have blind or anything? No, it doesn't. So there's some things that don't show, but most disables it will show. Like, for example, he vendetted, he approached somebody, he hit him, and it showed a red damage number for how much damage his physical attack did, and it showed a red damage number for how much his vendetta did. Like, that alone should tell players, like, oh, hey, this does two different sources of damage. This doesn't do, like, just one huge nuke. It doesn't just add 550 to your base attack to allow you to crit on it. It does 550 separately, and you also get a physical attack in. Lots of things like those are really useful in my opinion. There's also been some complaints about the HP bars, but I don't completely agree with that either, because they've pretty much throughout the entire game always shown how much HP every hero has. Obviously you don't have specifics unless you click on the hero, but if you look at the bars and you get really used to the bars, that shows you all you need to know. Oh god. The black bars designate 1000 HP, and the small bars designate 250. So you can look at everybody's HP bar and know exactly how much they have. I'm not going to look at Tankers here. He's got about 2,255. Pretty close. That's about 15 HP off. Pudge has, I'm already cheating, 2,500. Yep. And this guy's got 1,000 and just about 1,750. Somewhere around there. A little bit less than that. Like, everything's pretty straightforward. This guy's got less than 1,000 HP. He doesn't have any large black bars. Yeah, he's at 943 right now. I don't know. I think a lot of people are upset right now because everything's different, but I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. I think these changes will make Dota a little bit easier to understand for new players, and that is the ultimately most important thing. Everybody freaked out when you could see tower ranges and spawn boxes. Did it change the game? Not much. It made it harder for a support that did hard work to have an advantage, but what's more important? Is it more important for the pro scene to have very tiny edges in terms of warding and dewarding camps, or is it more important for 70%, 80, 90% of the player base that has no clue where the spawn boxes are to actually easily know just by holding all? Which one's more important? It's easily the new player, because as more players play the game, all it's going to mean is more people will spend money on compendiums, play the Dota 2 game, and make sure that those pro players make more money. Like, and myself as well. It's the same case, and that's not the only reason I'm advocating for it. It's because it's whatever, more money for me. But you should think about it as an ecosystem for players. Like, it's very good. It is very good for players who can basically just get better and better at the game and just enjoy it in that way, and not have to worry about how mechanics works. Like, I think these changes are all good. I think these changes for like stunned animation icons and stuff is all better. Like, now they know what this is. It's a sleep. An invulnerable sleep. I know you can't put a word on everything, I guess, but I don't know. I think the changes are better. I think you guys need to hopefully have an open mind, and I just wanted to throw my 2 cents into it. I really don't think it's that bad. I think it's better. Whatever. That's Dota 2. Better for new players, hopefully, over time. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.